impact on road safety and failure of road users in effectively utilizing pedestrian footbridges in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, with your permission, I rise to address a critical issue that continues to affect road safety in our beloved nation, Ghana, particularly in our urban areas. Mr. Speaker, this issue concerns the provision of pedestrian footbridges, their impact on road safety, and the unfortunate failure of some members of the public to use or to make use of these vital infrastructure elements. Mr. Speaker, pedestrian footbridges were introduced in Ghana as part of the government's efforts to ensure the safety of pedestrians, particularly in high traffic areas. These footbridges serve as safe passageways over busy roads, protecting pedestrians from the dangers of crossing busy highways where vehicles travel at high speeds. Mr. Speaker, despite the significant investments made in the construction of these footbridges, we continue to witness a disturbing trend where pedestrians often, for reasons of convenience or impatience, fail to utilize these footbridges. Mr. Speaker, this failure to use the footbridges not only jeopardizes the safety of individuals, but also results in the loss of lives and also serious injuries. It is an undeniable fact that Ghana, like many other nations, continues to grapple with alarming statistics regarding pedestrian accidents, and this is directly linked to the failure of some citizens to utilize the footbridges provided for their safety. Mr. Speaker, the implications for road safety are dire. Accidents involving pedestrians who attempt to cross the roads at non-designated points often result in fatalities. Mr. Speaker, it is particularly worrying that many of these incidents could have been avoided if pedestrians simply adhered to the safer option of using the footbridges. While the government has made significant strides in providing pedestrian footbridges, such as the ones located in major cities like Accra, Kumasi, and Takoradi, the issue of non-compliance continues to undermine the intended safety benefits of these structures. And we are very much aware of the notorious ones, especially in Kaneshi and Madina. Mr. Speaker, public education campaigns are crucial to changing this behavior, but it is also important that we look into enforcing the use of these footbridges through more effective means. And Mr. Speaker, I recommend the following means. Mr. Speaker, I propose that we adopt a multi-pronged approach together with the Ministry of Roads and Highways, the Road Safety Authority, and the Motor Traffic and Transport Directorate of the Ghana Police Service to tackle the issue as follows. First of all, we need to consider seriously public awareness campaigns. We need to step up public education efforts through mass media, community outreach, and educational programs in schools. Pedestrians must be made aware of the dangers of jaywalking and the importance of using footbridges for their own safety. Mr. Speaker, the second is to enforce road safety regulations. It is critical that we implement stronger enforcement of traffic laws, particularly those related to pedestrian safety. This can include the use of fines for pedestrians who fail to use footbridges and for drivers who disregard pedestrian safety. Design and accessibility improvements. That's the third recommendation, Mr. Speaker. We must also ensure that the footbridges are designed and constructed in ways that they are accessible to all, including the elderly persons and persons with disabilities and children. Adequate lighting and signage should be placed around these structures to encourage their use, especially during the night. And we also are very much aware that most of these footbridges have become markets or extensions of markets. Mr. Speaker, we also need the collaboration with traffic authorities, and that's my final recommendation. that we must work closely with the Ghana Police Service and the National Road Safety Authority to monitor pedestrian behavior and ensure compliance. Traffic wardens stroke officers under the Youth Employment Agency, the YEA, and community police assistants should be stationed in high-risk areas to guide and educate pedestrians, particularly during peak hours. Mr. Speaker, we must remember that road safety is a shared responsibility. While the government continues to invest in infrastructure, it is equally important that we all take responsibility for our actions. The failure of pedestrians to use footbridges is not just an individual issue, but a societal one that impacts on the well-being of all Ghanaians. Mr. Speaker, I humbly call on the Minister of Roads and Highways to take a critical look at the ongoing footbridge construction in my constituency at Tetegu, in the Weija-Gbawe constituency, emphasis placed, to see to its completion and for its commission and use by pedestrians. And Mr. Speaker, emphasis is also again on use by pedestrians, because we have oftentimes seen pedestrians running across highways without even looking at their left and right before doing so. Mr. Speaker, we pray that we work together as government, road safety authorities, citizens to ensure that these footbridges, which were designed or are designed for our safety, serve their intended purpose. It is only through collective effort that we can reduce the number of avoidable pedestrian accidents and fatalities on our roads. Let's save lives, let's save everyone. Let us have a safety road and a safety environment.